Business Spotlight, brought to you by Cross Rhythms and BabaBaboon.
A lot of customers come to me and they've already done the alcohol thing. They've stopped, they've taken a break. They've sort of dealt with that, but they know that I understand that. So they've got the comfort blanket of me as a coach. They know I get alcohol, so that's perfect. So it's almost like a pair of stabilisers. But then the other things that we'll then work on, so some examples, stress, overwhelm. Delegation's quite a big one that's reared its head a few times. You know, these business leaders have got a lot of responsibility and actually sometimes are not the most effective at delegating. I've got one client, rock solid business. I mean, super successful guy, but a perfectionist. And on that basis had high standards, and on that basis was struggling to delegate effectively because he wanted the standards of that work to meet his exacting standards. So we've had to do some work on. I use an exercise. I call it we made it 5 Ds, so around delegation. So it's actually 4 Ds officially. So you either do it, you either delegate it, you either diary it for a future date, or you dump it. There was very little development that was actually needed. He could adequately delegate probably about a third of his to-do list into his team, and he didn't then earmark that anyone needed developing to do it. So actually, do a full circle. We come back to procrastination, we come back to perfection, and actually it was a him problem ultimately, headspace stuff. It was nothing to do with his team not being able to do the job. But it took that exercise, which we did together, to peel it all back for him to then realise. It was, we have these little light bulb moments, and he said, "Okay, I understand that." So there's an example, a typical example. But stress and overwhelm, definitely. They're quite common themes that would come to me from a business leader.
Business Spotlight, shining a light on our local business community. Brought to you by Cross Rhythms and BabaBaboon.